All right. It is Sunday, February 25th. We are rounding out the end of this business month, and so that's pretty exciting. It's always an exciting time when we get close to the close of business. So I wanted to really encourage you guys to, be aware of where you are, so that you can be, working smart for the last couple days of this month. We've got 3 more days, and then we've got qualifiers day on Thursday. So, if you're close to qualifying, if you're close to a promotion, don't give up. Try and really finish that out before the end of the month. Just as an FYI, for those of you who maybe don't know, when you are going for a promotion, so say for example you're finishing up your 2000 plus, the month that you finish out that all of the everything that needs to happen, you finish out that 2000 plus, you get all your 8 households and you get your 2000 and your buddy and everything. That's called your qualifying month. And so then so if February is your qualifying month, that your effective month is March, and you start earning that 14% commission for that promotion starting in March. But if you finish that if you finish up that promotion on March 2nd instead of February 28th, then you actually won't get to start getting paid that 14% commission until the following month, April. So does that make sense? So if for those of you who are going for promotions, if you have downline going for promotions, do everything that you can to finish it out in these last couple of days of the month. So I wanted to see if anybody has anything any good things that happened this last week that you guys want to share. Get some new customers? Did you get a new rep? Did you have a brave conversation?
I'll share, Carmen.
Okay.
So Molly Weber, I don't know if she's on yet. I've been meaning to tell her because she's been super inspiring to me to fill up my calendar every week. So my goal has been to either have like a coffee date or a Zoom date or something like that with at least 3 people every week. And I've been hitting that for the past couple weeks. I've got 3 people I'm talking to this coming week too. And then I got a new rep. I don't know if she's going to make it on today. Her name's Sierra. She signed up a couple weeks ago. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, I just have a lot of good momentum.
That's awesome. That's such an important thing, to fill up your calendar and to be always having conversations with people. So that's awesome, mm-hmm. Aimee. Thank you for sharing that.
And I want to brag on Aimee that she's been bringing a lot of 3-way calls to me, so I'm busy with her. Awesome.
Thanks, April.
That's fantastic.
I had something happen this week as well. Yeah. If anyone of you are on my Facebook, you know that I'm very private and I don't post about Juice Plus or like my own tower garden, and that's it. It doesn't have Juice Plus information anywhere. I like to have that private conversation more than sharing it publicly. And I only have JP on my Facebook, and I just put that on a couple months ago, feeling like if someone knows what Juice Plus is, they'll know that it's JP. But otherwise, it doesn't give too much information out. And I had someone reach out to me, a brand new Facebook friend that I've never met before, never had a conversation with. And she was like, "Is JP Juice Plus?" And I was like, "Yeah, why? What's up?" And she was like, "Well, I used to take it, and I need to get re-signed back up. Can you do that for me?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I actually got a new customer off of just having JP on my Facebook, which has never happened before. So I thought it was pretty exciting.
That is so awesome. Yay for new customers, especially ones that fall from the sky. I love that. Anybody else have anything that they want to share? Jen, you're muted. Oh, you're not muted, but I can't hear you. Okay. All right. Bummer. Zoom's not cooperating for you. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Well, I do have a couple of event announcements that I wanted to share with you guys. First of all, tomorrow night, and this came over Voxer, and I'll put it over Voxer again. It's also on the SIM Facebook page. But there is going to be a training on social media by Stacy Turner. This is what she trained on at the Peachtree boot camp a couple weeks ago, and she got a lot of really awesome feedback from it, and so she's going to present it to all of Team Sim for us. So Stacy Turner is the National Marketing Director under Sharon Farrar. So that's tomorrow night. I think it's at 8:30 Eastern time. It's possible it's at 8 o'clock. So I probably should have looked that up first. Sorry. But I will send the flyer out for you guys so that you can make sure that you have all that information. So that's first. But the second event that we have that I'm excited about this week is at 2 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesday, which is the regular time of our cherry bomb calls. And for those of you who aren't a cherry bomb yet, you're invited. The cherry bomb calls, for those of you who maybe are a little bit new, are for qualifiers. Okay, so if you are a qualifier on our team, BF or above, you're invited to be part of these awesome calls that we do every week. And it's myself as in addition to the 4 other national marketing directors. So we are getting on every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and training, giving information on different topics that are hopefully valuable for you guys. We do record it, so you can always watch the recording if you can't get on live. But I find them very valuable. So, I'm always learning from the call. So I hope that you guys who are involved in that also find it helpful. But this week, everybody's invited to our call because we're going to be presenting on something called TeamZ, which is it's a website that we learned about from Alice Harden at our Cherry Bomb retreat, and it is awesome. I've been using it for a couple weeks now, and it's like a contact management website. So basically what you're doing is you're importing all of your customers, all of your frontline team, all of your Facebook friends, your phone contacts, and it's a way to keep track of all of the conversations that you're having. It reminds you, it prompts you to contact people. You can rank people based on, if they're like somebody that, you've been talking to, who you want to have on your team, or who really is interested in Juice Plus, or if it's somebody who has already said no to you and doesn't want to have anything to do with it, then you can rank them lower so that TeamZ won't prompt you to follow up with them. But you can also schedule your follow-up. So if you have a conversation with someone and you're supposed to follow up next week, you can put that into TeamZ, and TeamZ will remind you that you've got your follow-ups to do and when you have to do them. Anyways, it's just been really, really cool. There is a charge for the website. It's $1 a day, but you can do 30 days for free. So I'm in my 30-day free trial right now, and I'm definitely going to sign up because I feel like it's definitely worth $1 a day to keep me organized in that way. But even if you guys don't see yourself signing up for the 30 days or after 30 days, still do, or tune into to the webinar, because the owner and founder of TeamZ is actually getting on our Cherry Bomb call, and he's going to be sharing what TeamZ is and how to use it and what the capabilities are on Tuesday on our Cherry Bomb call. So he's going to be doing that live for us. So we're really excited about that. And I just think it's a really great it's a great tool that we can use. And, if you don't have any problems keeping track of all of your contacts, then, hail to you, because I do. I am not perfect at that. And so this has just been a really great tool for me that I wanted to pass on to you guys. So I will send that flyer back over Voxer again as well. I wanted to share with you guys, in case you weren't aware, Julie Herbst did a webinar a week ago, I think on Monday night. No, 2 weeks ago on Monday. Last Monday was a holiday, so it was the week before that. Anyway, she has done 2 brand new presentations for us, just really to simplify for us, because we've had we have the One Simple Change PowerPoint, we have the Healthy Living Revolution PowerPoint, we have the Shred 10 PowerPoint, we had combinations where we all pulled slides from all the different ones and put them together. And so what she did is she actually put together a very simple and short One Simple Change presentation that covers everything that's really simple, really duplicatable, has a script written out that you can literally just read. And April, I really want you to share what you shared with us the other day about when you went to Michelle's first healthy living presentation, because I think when, you guys, it's so important that we understand that you don't have to be perfect, and that the less perfect you are when you're doing a presentation, it actually might be better. So April, will you share?
Yeah. So Michelle and I, she's great and funny, and so she's super dynamic. So her presentations are awesome because of that. But she was very new when she was doing a presentation for me. I think I was one of her first reps. And so she's got it all on an 8x10 big sheet, like kind of, I think she was reading through it. She had some things like notes on the back of a flip book. She was kind of flipping back and forth between things. And I just thought, oh my gosh, I could do this way better. Even though it was like, and then I, don't get too perfectionistic though, because then I did it really well and no one was like they said, oh, I can never do what you do. So you want to have that. You want to have that ability to inspire your team to do their own events by not making it too complicated or too perfect.
Exactly. I love that. You kind of went the gamut. You saw Michelle. You said, oh, I could do that way better. So it gave you vision for being able to do exactly what she was doing. That's really ultimately what we want. We want people to come to our presentations and we want them to be like, oh, I could totally do that. And then we don't want to get too good at it so that our team thinks that, oh, I could never do what she does. That's the last thing we want to hear. It's nice to hear someone say, oh my gosh, you do such a great presentation. But really, ultimately, if it's going to intimidate people and have them think that they can't do what we do, then that's not working well. So, okay. I'm excited. Anything else that any of you guys want to share before we go ahead and get to our awesome product and business stories? All right. Okay. Well, I'm super excited to introduce Miss Aimee Perry. Aimee is a sales coordinator on Michelle Howell's team, and she lives out in Washington. And she's an awesome mom. She's got 2 great kids, and go ahead and have at it. Aimee, share with us how you learned about Juice Plus, why it made sense to you, and what it's done for your family.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. It's so fun to see all your faces. Aw. This is actually my first team call too, so it's really fun. So I'll tell you a little bit about ourselves. Can you hear me? Did I unmute myself right? Okay. So I'm an OB nurse. I work on labor and delivery, and we serve military families here in Washington. That's something I've done for about 12 years now. I also do personal training and group fitness on the side, and I have 2 kiddos who are 12 and 8. I know some people only see me at conference, so they don't know that they actually exist, but they're real. And so ever since my kids were born, I was always kind of that mom who was, always taking extra vegetables to daycare, and I would get the notes that the kids couldn't eat certain things. So I knew it was important, but I just didn't know how important. We're a super active family. My daughter does gymnastics, also softball, volleyball, anything else, all the things. My son is 8 and he is constantly on the go. He's not as organized, but he is nonstop. And I kind of tend to live life on the busy side as well, between working full time and training. And I love to do Spartan races and just trying out new crazy fun things. So we're real go-getters. And I found that I was being sore for a long amount of time, take days to recover. My life around how to get a nap in or how much coffee it would take to get, my day going. So also when my son was 11 months old, his doctor was, giving him steroid cream for really sensitive skin, and he was 1 ear infection away from having tubes in his ears. So we've never had a really major health crisis, but we were kind of experiencing the things that most moms experience and kind of start to expect to experience. So about 7 years ago, a dear friend introduced us to Juice Plus, and I remember just sitting there and all like, this is what I've been waiting for. This is what we need. although we had always been prescribed and recommended vitamins and things, I had never bought into it. It didn't make sense to me. But Juice Plus is exactly what I was looking for. And to know that it had the research behind it, my nurse brain was also just hooked right in. So we started all right away, and have been going ever since. My son never had another ear infection. And his skin, though he's the more sensitive skin, he doesn't have any of the major issues that he was having then. We kind of quit having colds and the things that we kind of thought were normal that all the kids get in daycare. My kids don't have them anymore. I actually give them a few sick days off of school just to take a day off now because everybody else gets it, so why not? What else? The kids aren't experiencing allergies. And I feel like we just recover so much faster. We're, like I said, always on the go, and we're able to do that. And I feel like it's such a blessing. Other things that I have felt super happy to see is that my dad was not able to run for 35 years. He had to stop running because his hips had such pain when he was running. And he started running and working out again in the last year after a couple of years of Juice Plus. So that is just amazing to me. And my mom, who's 67, don't tell her I told you how old she is, 67 years old, did, so sorry, just a second, did a Spartan trifecta this last year. So she did all of the Spartan races as well. So I just think it is so cool to see life changing and getting better for those who I care about and those around me. And that's the reason that we love Juice Plus, and we'll take it every day for the rest of our lives.
Thank you, Aimee. That's awesome. And if you guys aren't friends with Aimee on Facebook, you need to, because not only does she have a lot of skills when it comes to basically everything, she's also really good at gymnastics hair. She does Audra's hair really, really. I'm very impressed every time of Audra's hair on there. So thank you. Okay, and Michelle is going to share with us what she's got going on. And Michelle, I'll let her kind of share a little bit about where she's living right now. But I'm so inspired by Michelle because, you know, when we talk about, you know, the freedom revolution and what we have with Juice Plus, like Michelle and her family are truly living the freedom revolution, and Juice Plus is a huge part of that. So.
Hi. Tell me if am I skipping? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yes. I have really bad internet, so I'm trying to find an area where I can not be skipping and look all funny. So, okay. Perfect. Okay. So
Can you, Michelle, you're, well, she probably can't hear us because she's frozen. All right. So
I became part of Juice Plus a year and a half ago. Research.
Can you start over again? You were just
right. A big transition, but especially 400 square foot house time.
Okay. You want to try again?
Lost you. Yes.
Okay, start over.
You see. There. Okay. So let's see. Can you guys hear me? I'm not breaking up?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Sorry. So did you guys hear any of it or start all the way over?
Start over. You froze like right when you started.
Testing.
Can you hear me? Okay, start. Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but it says my internet's unstable. So
yeah. You keep
let me see if I can get on here.
I know. So sit right by the Wi-Fi.
I know. I'm sitting right by the Wi-Fi now. So
Okay, well, we
Let's
can hear
see.
you now, so let's.
Not frozen?
No, you're not frozen.
Okay, hopefully this works. Juice Plus made sense to me because I dug into the research, and I'm a nut job with research. So dug right in, read all the studies, and it just really made sense. And then really researched the business side of it as well, and the franchise. And that all just clicked right away. It was something that I knew I was going to want to do. And so the last couple months have been a big transition because we moved out of our 3,400 square foot house, and we have 3 children, 5, almost 6, 4, and 2. And we moved out of our 3,400 square foot house with our 3 kiddos and our 2 big dogs into a RV, and we're traveling the country full time. So we've been doing that for 4 months, and our plan is to do it for a couple of years and be able to see the entire country, take our kids to every national monument and historical park, everything we can see, really road school with them, so homeschooling on the road and seeing and doing things that most Americans can't, or can't find a way to be able to do that. So my husband was working 90 hours a week in finance, and really like 1 day, 2 days off a month, he'd get called in on his only day off a week, probably half the time. So my kids went from not seeing daddy very much at all to now he came home full time. We're both able to work from our computers, and it's just allowed us that freedom, especially with the residual paycheck, because that transition of going to full-time RVing, I did have to take some time off, and I was still getting residual paycheck. So that's been amazing to be able to learn to do that, as well as now jumping back in and restarting and rebuilding my business again, and learning kind of how all of that transitions together. But it's really allowed us that freedom in doing whatever we want, whenever we want, not being tied down or in a rat race anywhere. Yeah. So our plan is from here to travel for a year or 2, and then be able to buy land and homestead from there. So being able to do this full time between all of that will really allow us that freedom.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And you guys, residual income, when she said residual income, you guys need to understand what the power of residual income is. So, you know, Michelle's husband, Landon, he worked 90 hours a week, you know, in finance. She just shared that, right? When he stopped working, he never got paid another penny from that job. But Michelle, because she has residual income with her Juice Plus business, even though she also took time away from her Juice Plus business, she continued to get a paycheck, because when you have residual income, you do the work, but you can continue to get paid on that work. So that activity that you did today, that conversation that you had today, that event that you did last week, where you got a couple customers or you signed up a new rep, you can continue to get paid on that work that you did last week for months, years, decades. Okay. That is not how the rest of the world works. And that is what makes our Juice Plus business so amazing. Is, you know, we all have seasons in our life where we're able to devote more energy and more time to our business, and then there's going to be seasons where we can't, you know, give as much energy. You know, life happens to us, and it's really actually very important that we be able to, you know, focus on the priorities in our life. You know, at one point it might be our business, but another point it might be our family. There might be, you know, an illness, or, you know, a new baby or something like that, where you have to take time away. But the fact that every time we actually invest by putting time in and effort into our Juice Plus business, we can get paid on that effort for a long time to come. It makes our business really available to really build in that freedom. So I just really want to encourage you guys. Thank you, Michelle, for sharing. Thank you, Aimee, for sharing. I want to really encourage you guys to really make the most of the last 3 days of February. And, you know, look at where you are, be aware of where you are, know where you want to go, and put that effort in. You know, what can you do? What conversations can you have? What events can you put together? Can you make a coffee date? Can you do a quick Zoom over lunch or in the evening for one of your for a group of people? You know, go ahead and read the script. Who cares? You know, it's totally there and it's available to you guys to be able to do these events. And the more events that you do, the faster you're going to be able to grow your business. So, you know, the most important activities that we have in our business are events and three-way calls. So the people who are doing the most three-way calls and events are building the fastest. And so on that note, I want to really encourage you guys to make your plans to come to conference in April 26th. And 27th, or maybe 25th and 26th. I should know this, but I don't. So I know it's that weekend though. So make your plans to be in Phoenix with us, because that event is so hugely important to be there, but also to bring your team. You know, who can you get to come with you? Maybe be a little bit unreasonable this week and reach out to some people who you'd love to have on your team and invite them to come with you to Phoenix. Like, you know, think about what kind of vision that can plant in people if they get to see our company, you know, as one of their first exposures as a new rep. Like, that'd be pretty cool, right? So maybe just take a chance and say, hey, listen, I know this is out of the blue and this might sound a little bit crazy, but we're doing a girls trip in Phoenix, to Phoenix in April, and I'd love to have you come. It's a Juice Plus convention, but it's just going to be so much fun. We all tell our husbands that it's a Juice Plus convention, but really what it is it's a girls trip, and we have so much fun. We'd love to have you join us. You know, just come see the company. Maybe it would be a fit for you, and I would love to work with you. So go ahead, be brave with that. You never know. All right. We are going to be doing a getting started call for any new reps at 7:30. So feel free to stay on if you want to. That is starting in just a couple minutes. So anybody have anything that they want to add before we sign off? All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to